So, for our next speaker tonight, she graduated from Philippine School of Business Administration in 2017, where she obtained her bachelor's degree in business administration, major in financial management. She is currently working at Sun Life of Canada Incorporation as a licensed financial advisor. And not only that, she is also a certified wealth planner and a certified estate planner in the Philippines. To share her knowledge in managing our finances, let us all give a warm welcome to Miss Andrea Amor.
Hello everyone. Thank you for that introduction. So, kamusta ba kayo? So, umuulan din ba dyan sa mga areas nyo, no? Buti na lang dito sa area ko, medyo tumila na. So, somehow, medyo na-refrain din yung tech difficulties. So, how are you guys doing? So, almost 5:40 na. So, I hope lahat kayo ay nakapag-merienda na. And, good afternoon. Fresh ba? Sa ilaw lang po yan. Ayan. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm really happy to be part of your program, this webinar. It's actually 1 month advance nung minessage ako ng inyong project head, si Krishna, o PROC, si Krishna. So hello, thank you so much for accommodating my request and my questions, no, regarding to your webinar. So how are you guys doing? So excited na ba kayong matamaan this webinar? No, naririnig ko kanina, panay Shopee, panay Lazada tayo, no? So I hope you guys are ready for this webinar because we will be tackling about a lot of things when it comes to personal finance and of course budgeting. So alam ko you guys are accounting student, pero ako also I was once an accounting student, di ba? I am an accounting student for the first 3 years in college, and then third year second sem I transferred to financial management. Ayan. So medyo kapit-bahay niyo ako sa Manila, no? I graduated from PSBA Manila beside FEU Tech ba yun? So this afternoon, I will be sharing my screen. Please let me know kung okay yung screen ko, no? Kung nakikita niyo siya. And yung ating topic this afternoon is focused on budget, right? So earlier, I researched, I did my things na kailangan para mas maging comprehensive yung ating discussion this afternoon, up to evening ata tayo, no? So just want to share with you guys right now, I am a financial advisor from Sun Life for already 2021, 2024, going 3 years na ako from Sun Life, and I am also a professional makeup artist. I also took courses to be a makeup artist, and of course, I am also doing vlogging. So most likely, last year I started on doing personal finance vlog. So I hope, and I think doon nyo ako ata nakita, as mentioned sa akin ni Krishna. I don't know, paano nyo ba ako nakita? Kasi I'm really overwhelmed when you guys message me sa YouTube. Ayan, so I hope nakasubscribe na kayo, no? Kung sa YouTube. So this afternoon, I just want you guys to open your cameras, no? Siyempre flex nyo naman yung magaganda yung mukha. And of course, mute your microphones for the entire period because siyempre, we have limited time for our discussion. Mag-smile naman tayo kasi alam nyo yung mga tech team nyo, nag-screenshot yun ng attendance, hindi lang ata sa Google Forms. So, make sure na lahat kayo nakasmile kasi makikita nyo yan, yung mga screenshot ng pictures nyo, dapat ready tayo lahat, no? So, this time guys, I want you to look at the screen. Clear ba yung screen natin? So, wala tayong English comprehension ngayon, ha? I just want you guys to count how many letter F do you see in this sentence. Comment your answers on your chat box. Yan. How many letter F do you see? 4, 5, all right. Aliyah, 5. Trisha, 5. Mark, 5. Sige. Ano yung hindi niyo nakikita? Iba-iba kayo. Ayan. So, Krishna, 5. Andrew, 6. Shaina, 6. Alright, so the correct answer is, sige po pala, si Raven may pahabol pa na na bilang. So the correct answer is 6. So ano yung mga hindi nakikita ng iba na nagti-3 tsaka 4, no? Tsaka nagpa-5. Is, yung nakikita nyo na hindi nila nakikita is yung letter F in the word of Y because this is an example of an optical illusion. Bakit? We tend to pronounce F as as we pronounce fish, diba? Pero, yung off kasi, we tend to pronounce off as of with a V. That's why some of you, ay may sa babaw pala. Ayan, so, some of you count na 4, 5. So, yung 6 is the correct answer. So, sometimes, there are things na na-overlook natin, no? Para makita natin yung tamang sagot. So, that's the same thing when we have our finances already. Ano ba yung mga na-overlook natin na reasons bakit tayo nag-overspend, bakit ba tayo nawawala sa budget, and this afternoon, we will be talking about that, alright? So, who among you, with the participants na nandito para mag-learn? Can you please type learn if you are here to learn or for attendance check lang? Ayan, learn! Let's go, Raven! Ayan, sila Mark, China, learn. So this evening, what we're talking about is learning. But the thing that I will be discussing with you guys is not just learning, but we will also unlearning things. So later on, I will be clarifying these things. What does it mean to unlearn? Sabi nga ni Bruce Lee, no? Empty your cup so that it may be filled. Become devoid to gain totality. So we will not be focusing on learning, but we will also tackle unlearning. So I want you guys to empty your minds right now, refresh it, no? So we can add new knowledge that can help us in getting our finances into a better position. So we need to stay humble and open ourselves to new ideas and be willing to change our preconceptions, right? So we cannot fill a full cup. That's why I want you guys to refresh your minds this evening, all right? So the things that I will be discussing for you this evening is this 3. I will be sharing with you my experiences when it comes to budgeting my finances and how to track expenses considering the tight allowance, and 10 ways on how to correct bad financial habits. So ano ba yung pag-uusapan natin? So kailangan alamin muna natin. So budget. So ano ba yung budget? So, sabi dito sa meaning na na-search natin when it comes to budget is the one that you write down to decide how you will spend your money each month. Each month kasi ano tayo, di ba? By allowance tayo for those ones na working naman from their income. And then, budgeting is the process of actually doing the budget of our own, di ba? Of our own finances, of our families. So, how do we do this? So this time, I will share with you my experiences nung bata pa ako. Ayan. So bata pa rin naman ako. Diba? Pero yung medyo elementary days. Ayan. So how do I spend my money during grade school, high school, and college? So with grade school, I remember, syempre, naka-service ako niyan. So I don't have any expenses pa talaga. So the thing that I have is my food allowance. And naaalala ko nung nagsa-savings pa ako doon sa isang Coca-Cola bottle. Yan. So yun yung ginagamit ko na alkansya. Diba? Kayo, saan ba kayo nag-aalkansya? Ngayon ba nag-aalkansya pa rin kayo or nagde-digital banking na? Come on, who among you is using ING, Tonic, CIMB? Ayan, banking na daw. Ako nun, I use Coca-Cola bottle for my savings. Then, what I do with that is, nagpupunta ako sa restaurant beside nung bahay namin kasi may restaurant doon eh. Tapos yung Nipo Hut kasi nila may doorbell. Para pag may customer, magdo-doorbell ka lang, tapos pupunta na yung waiter. Imagine, I was in elementary, grade 2 or grade 3. So, a 9-year-old or 10-year-old, magdo-doorbell doon sa Nipo Hut ng restaurant, tapos order siya. So, eventually, na-entertain naman ako ng waiter, diba? So, what I order is, I order barbecue. I remember that Balenciana, halo-halo, or soft drinks. So, imagine, pinapayagan naman ako pumunta kasi malapit lang eh, diba? So, these things are the things that I buy. After class, nagpupunta ako doon. So, what I'm saying here is, I am saving up my money so that I can spend it on the things that I want. Right? So, number 3 is, kasama talaga sa budget ko, nung elementary ako, is yung Mongol number 2 pencil. Hindi ko alam bakit laging nawawala. So, sino ba dito yung laging nawawala ng pencil, ng pens sa inyo, no? So, that is the common scenario when we are young. Laging nawawala yung ating mga pens. So, come high school, ang nangyari naman sa akin is, wala na akong service. So, what I do is I have my food allowance, I have my transportation, I have my Faber-Castell. So, from Mongol number 2, nag-improve na. lagi naman nakakasama si Faber-Castell. From Mongkol number 2 to Faber-Castell, and then nasa savings naman din ako. Or this time, sa co-op, kasi yung tita ko is nagko-co-op siya, so meron kaming account dyan. Pero, ang nangyayari is we will save for a year so that we can get it after a year. So yung mindset ko nun is, alright, I will be saving so that after a year, I can get it and I can use it for spending. So, do you already see my behavior? The things that I am saving is focus on spending. Diba? Now, college. Yung college na yan, syempre, malayo na yung naging school ko. But how did I manage my money? College, you know what? Sometimes or somehow, yung ating allowance is nagti-triple, right? Nagti-triple na yung college allowance natin kasi we don't want na maging out of money tayo whenever we are in Manila. Diba? So, nag-triple siya. Pero did you know kung ano yung nawala dito sa budget ko, sa budget allocation ko? Yung savings. Yung savings is nawala pa kung kailan mas malaki na yung nagiging baon ko or yung allowance ko per school. And also, nadagdagan naman ng makeup kasi I was into makeup by then. And then, nag-improve na tayo from Mongol number 2 to Faber-Castell, naging friction pens na. Pero ayaw ng mga professor yan na ginagamit natin, no? Bawal mag-erase ng mga final answers. Sino ba sa inyo nagagamit ng friction pens dyan? Lalo na sa mga transactions nyo na pinapasa nyo or activities before na hindi pa pandemic, diba? So this is the usual thing that we do. So for me, what I have in mind is that my money is only meant to be spent, diba? Our past money behavior affects our future. So, ano nangyari? Dahil hindi na ako nakakapag-save ng college, maybe nakakapag-save naman ako, pero entirely hindi siya focus on future, hindi siya futuristic, kasi very limited yung ideas ko. Kaya nga yung mga ganitong webinar is a great help for you guys, kasi you are talking to people who have been into the process na meron silang naging regret or meron silang mga hindi nagawa when it comes to their finances, and they don't want you to repeat the same mistakes. Kasi as early as now, as young as we are right now, it is the best time that we start saving, and you have to be specific about saving. Later on, we will be discussing that. So imagine, if only I save, sabihin natin 20 pesos a day. Sabihin natin in a school year, we have 10 months. And then, high school and college combined, 8 years. What I have is, for example, nagsimula lang ako ng 20 pesos. I would have 35,200 after graduating in college. This would be the amount that I have in the bank or savings na meron ako. If only I consistently save for that period of time. I'm looking back, guys, alright? What if 50 or 100 pa yung na-save ko? So I would have 88,000 or 176,000. This could have been my emergency fund after college. Imagine yung emergency fund kasi, di ba, we are taught na yung emergency fund is, it should be built. So we are building our emergency fund. Hindi siya yung isang bagsakan na, kailangan mo ng 60,000 emergency fund. Lagay mo ito agad sa savings mo. Pero as students, we cannot put it agad sa ating banks kasi we are on allowance diba? Unless you are in business. So as long as you can complete or establish already your emergency fund, then it's good na natapos mo na siya. Pero paano kung hindi? Diba? So yung nag-ipon ka for the past years will actually help you in making your finances easier for you to adopt, or sabihin natin is mas nagiging lesson yung kailangan mo pang pag-ipunan. Kasi una pa lang, emergency fund is the important aspect in financial planning. Ito din yung isa sa base natin when it comes sa pag-iipon for our future milestones. Kasi you can have save for your travels or for your milestones, pero what if something happens? Diba? An emergency happens, saan mo kukuhain yung pera? For your travel fund, from your milestone fund. Diba? So it is important na ma-establish na agad yung emergency fund so that the other savings will have its position na hindi siya magagalaw. Alright? So now that I am adulting, I enter adulthood already. So these are the things that I am spending on. Somehow I am a breadwinner, so I am the one who is spending for our house utilities. I have my savings, no? So I'm starting this Imagine I started these things or prioritizing my future after college. Diba? I have my savings, I have my insurances, I have my investment, I have savings for my retirement, and also I'm saving up for other trainings kasi the skills that you will learn, hindi naman yan mananakaw sa'yo eh. Diba? It's true. Kasi if you have the skills already, if you know something already, then you can be different from other people. Diba? Don't be afraid to be different. Kasi these things can actually help you in the future. For example, ako din nahihilo na ako sa mga gusto kasi ang dami kong gusto, di ba? I am a makeup artist, I am a financial advisor, I do salon business. So, nagsaservice ako ng salon, ganon. So, ang dami. Pero it actually helped me because somehow, nagiging stream of income ko na siya. So, don't be afraid na mag-acquire ng new learnings, di ba? Even though you are students, step by step, do it. Acquire knowledge. So, if that's your passion, if passion mo mag-drawing, if passion mo mag-gaming, if passion mo mag-writing, diba? You can actually leverage these things so that it can help you for your future. And then now, I will be sharing with you things that will actually help you when it comes to budgeting. So, these are the things that you can consider when it comes to budgeting. Alright? I hope na hindi nyo nahihintayin na makagraduate kayo bago pa kayo mag-start ng ipon nyo or mag-start ng planning for your future finances, no? So this time, I will share with you what are the other things, aside from expenses, aside from utilities, ano pa yung mga dapat kong i-consider pagka nagpaplano ako ng budget ko. Alright? So I will share with you 7 things. So these are the 7 steps to future financial success. So number 1, you have to set clear goals. When we are budgeting, hindi naman tayo nagsasabi na, ito pang food, pang bagong phone, pang for travel. So you have to be setting up your goals as early as you can. Diba? So, dapat smart goals yan. Number 1, specific. Gusto ko mag-travel. Saan mo gusto mag-travel? Gusto ko ng sasakyan. Anong brand ng sasakyan? Anong model? So, be specific. Wag lang tayong hingi ng hingi without being specific. Kasi somehow, when you list down your goals, you will actually tell the universe, this will actually happen to me. Letter M, measurable. So, magkano ba yan? How much does it cost? Magkano ba yung travel na yan? Name the price, di ba? Kailangan presyohan mo yan. Kasi, paano natin malalaman kung magkano yung travel cost niyan kung hindi mo agad ilalagay? So, when you set up your specific goal, set up magkano ba yan for you to know the target amount that you will set aside. A, achievable. Will you be able to do it? And R, realistic. Can it be done true to life? So, parang pag nagda-diet tayo, di ba? For example, nagda-diet ka, nag-start ka ng 10-minute exercise, then you would expect yourself to lose 10 kilos the next day. Diba? So, your goals should be realistic. T, time-bound. We're talking about short-term, long-term, mid-term. So, ano ba siya? Pag in-achieve mo ba yung goal na yan, for how many months or how many years mo siya target na matapos? So, kailangan clear ka din doon. Next is, number 2 is begin a saving habit. So, familiar ba kayo sa pay yourself first? Are you guys familiar? So, pay yourself first, meaning when you have your allowance or when you have your income, you set aside the money for savings already. After that, you will then set aside for your spending. Kasi at least, what we're talking about pay yourself first is you're setting aside already for your future self. Future self agad. Yes, kasi wala namang ibang tutulong sa'yo for your finances in the future kundi ikaw eh. Diba? You can ask for friends, but they have also their own dreams. So you have to be intentional when it comes to your own future. Diba? So you have to begin a saving habit. If right now, wala pa kayong habit of saving, you can try small. You can always stand up when you fail. Diba? You can always start fresh when it comes to saving. Diba? Huwag niyo masyadong i-take yung sarili niyo na, hindi na naman ako nakapag-save na ganito. You can always start, guys. Mag-start na kayo when it comes to saving. Kasi mas importante yung habit kesa na mag-focus lang tayo sa amount tapos hindi naman din natin nata-target. Mas maganda na kahit konti lang yung nasa-save natin pero consistent tayo, then you will have the ability on doing it consistently. Number 3 is prepare for emergencies. So when we are budgeting, kailangan i-consider natin to na, sabi ko nga kanina, if your emergency fund is not well established, then you would need to get from the things that you have saved up for in the future. Like for example, for your travel, magagalaw siya di ba? So if this emergency fund is already established, hindi mo na kailangan siguro na kumuha pa doon sa yung mga travel funds, right? If you're not familiar, it should be 3 to 6 times worth of your living expenses. So let's build our emergency fund. Hindi ito yung isang bagsakan, but you can start building it step by step. It is a long-term process kasi din. My clients, I've been teaching them that na sabi nila, 3 years ko pala to bago maipon. Sabi ko, okay lang. Kasi yung emergency fund mo, ini-establish mo talaga yan. You're building that. Paano pag nagalaw ko? Okay, yun yung purpose niyan kasi for emergencies. And then you can start building it over again. Diba? So yun yung purpose. Kaya nga, emergency fund siya. Number 4 is get insured. You have to take note of this. Kasi you might have a lot of assets. You might have your investments. But if yung core mo or hindi mo sila pinoprotektahan, it can be wiped out. Diba? Sabi nga natin, a single illness can wipe out your entire savings. It can wipe out your entire investments. So make sure that at a young age, you are getting insured already kasi take advantage of the lower premium. At the same time, yung factor na mahaba pa yung panahon nyo para mag-allocate for this thing. So insurance is a risk management tool. So alam ko accounting students kayo, and risk management is something that you are also discussing when it comes to accounting, diba? So sa atin, yun, somehow sa mga corporation, meron silang ganyan. Pero sa atin, diba, tayo is in sarili natin is paano natin ini-insure yung sarili natin. Kasi you might have your own car, but your car is insured, but how about the driver? So which is more precious, diba? So we have to know about this kasi ngayon pa lang, ang baba ng rate ng mga Filipinos na insured, whereas in other countries, diba, they have more than 5 personal insurances. So I hope you're not one of those people, Filipino people na hindi siya pinoconsider. It will somehow help your family in the future, even yourselves. Number 5 is invest. So later on, it will be discussed with you by Ms. Charmaine. So you have to take note that in investing, we are making our money work for us. Hindi tayo na lang yung lagi nagtatrabaho para sa pera di ba? We have to let our money work for us too. Ito yung sinasabi natin na while you're sleeping, there is also something that working hard for you. So take advantage of the 8th wonder of the world, which is the compound interest of our money. So if we only understand how wonderful it is, then we will be very motivated on actually doing it. Number 6 is build a plan with a financial advisor. So someone who can help you when it comes to planning for your future. Somehow kasi kailangan talaga natin ng accountability partner na mag-motivate sa atin na, uy, kaya mo yung gawin. You do this, you do that. Diba? Yung accountability partner natin yan is, for example, sa accounting, diba? We can have an accountability partner or sabihin natin study buddy. Diba? Someone who can motivate us na, uy, ang dami na namang activities natin. 25 yung problems na pinapagawa sa atin dito sa accounting book natin. Diba? So, how do you motivate your friends na, sige, tapusin natin yan. Diba? So, make it to the point na someone who can motivate you and make your plans for your future happen and make it a reality. Diba? So, a financial advisor can also give you an access as well to the financial system. So it's important that you consider it as well. Number 7 natin is stay the course. So when you are doing this things that you should also consider when it comes to budgeting, stay the course. Kasi ayaw naman natin ng bad decisions na naman yung magawa natin when it comes to money, diba? We are prioritizing things. So we have to stay the course. So if you can improve it, then do it. But if it will just lead you to something na will make your financial future a mess, then refrain from doing those things. So yun yung ating 7 steps to future financial success. No? So these are the things that you should also consider when it comes to budgeting after expenses or savings. So I will just share with you guys yung simple pattern or budgeting system na you can also follow. Do you guys already have a template or budgeting system na ginagawa when it comes to your finances? Wala pa. So yan. So this can be your starting point when it comes to saving. So this thing is the one that you can do. For example, 60-20-20 rule, whereas 60% is allocated for needs. So ito yung mga utilities, yung mga talagang priorities na kailangan ma-settle. 20% is for savings. So yung 20% savings na yan, nandiyan na yung emergency fund, investment for future, savings for future milestones, and then 20% ones for your present wants, no? Hindi naman din natin sinasabi na yung once, pag nilagyan mo ng allocation yan, spend mo na yan for the next month. It can be accumulated. For example, for the next 3 months, the 20% once na naipon ko for every month, hindi ko siya gagastusin. Kasi yung ending point niya is I will spend it on Christmas na. Kumbaga yung once is na-accumulate siya. Hindi porket sinabi natin 20% once, after a month, gastusin ko na siya. It can be delayed na para naiipon pa rin siya. Pero ang purpose na is pambili ng wants. Diba? At least, nagkakaroon ka na ng allocation doon na hindi mo na kailangan na kumuha doon sa savings mo. Pero ang purpose nun is para sa wants siya. And then, if you want to be more specific, ito siya. This is the 6-drawer money management by T. Harpecker. So, you can go for 55 for necessities and then 10% allocation for long-term emergencies, play, education, and financial freedom. And then 5% is to give. Why we are including give? Because, diba, it's good thing na we know how to give to other people. It can be for charity, it could be for tithings. So, kumbaga, hindi naman lahat ng income or allowance natin is natin. So, we have to give back also to the community or to the church, diba? So, who among you are, do we have working students or do we have students na starting their business already? Nagpa-part-time business sila. Meron ba sa inyo? So, if ever man, na for example, you want to venture into a business or you are with your allowance right now, I just want to tell na practice saving. Kasi ito yung something na niregret ko noon, nung college ako na, okay, money ko to, pera ko to, lahat to para sa akin, but I did not mind my future. So looking back, oh my gosh, ito pala, now that I am in my 20s, ito pala yung mga dapat na ginawa ko nung college ako or nung high school ako. Kasi it can actually give us the motivation to have a good standing when it comes to saving, when it comes to investing. Diba? Yung mga small things na ginagawa nyo, eventually mag-snowball yan into something na will help you for your future. So I want you guys to practice saving. What we're talking about is 1% progress is better than not saving at all. Whether 10 pesos or 5 pesos yan, if that's what you can do, then do it. It's better to have 1,000 pesos than zero in your account, in your savings, diba? So saving for your future does not require the whole amount of your income or your allowance. Just set aside a portion for your future self. Now that we're talking about budgeting, ito na yung isa sa great aspect ng budget natin, which is expenses, right? So how to track expenses considering the tight allowance as a student. So I was once a student, and of course, my allowance is given to me monthly. So yung monthly allowance ko na yun, how do I use it for a 30-day period in a month, diba? So number 1 is be intentional with your finances. When you focus on being intentional kasi, you feel clearer, more capable kayo, and more confident, diba? So for example, what we're talking about here is being intentional is kailangan umpisa pa lang, klaro ka na, para saan ba yung iniipon mo? Klaro ka na, bakit mo ba ginagawa yung pag-iipon na yan para sa future mo? You have to take consideration of that. Name every peso. What we're talking about here is, dapat hindi tayo, nasa na ba yung pera ko? Saan na ba napunta? So, kailangan name every peso. You should dictate na, itong pera ko na to is for my food. Itong pera ko na to is for my savings. You have to name every peso. Paski piso, nasan niya napunta? Kasi sa atin nga, hindi tayo mapakali pag hindi balance yung accounts natin, diba? So, ganyan din naman sa atin, sa personal natin. How much more yung personal natin? Kasi sometimes na masyado tayo nag-indulge doon sa mga accounting subjects natin. Pero how much more pag doon sa personal natin, how do we manage it? Kailangan alam natin na saan na ba talaga napunta yung pera ko? What would be the result of your actions today to your future finances? Number 2, list your financial transactions. So, very used to na kayo dito, di ba? So, if you can list the debit and credit of the accounts, then you can definitely do this, di ba? List your financial transaction. You don't have to make it super stressful. Just do the basic things when it comes to listing your transactions, di ba? Income allowance minus expenses equals net income. So net income is actually equivalent to your budget. List your financial transaction. You can do that on pen and paper, or you can do a spreadsheet, you can do Excel, or we have apps available already. Number 3 is stick to your budget. What we're talking about here is once you list down your budget, please try and practice to keep it as is. So then, don't spend the money that you don't have. Kasi ang ending, utang yan, di ba? Pendings nyo yan, di ba? So why will you pay for installments if you don't have the amount, di ba? It would end up to debt lang eh. Save up for that specific thing that you want so that your current finances will not be affected. Stick to your budget so that you can actually maximize on how to properly spend your money. Right now, I will be sharing with you the 10 ways on how to correct bad financial habits. Actually, ito, yung mga bagay na to, nung una ko itong pinag-iisipan kung ano yung ilalagay ko doon sa topic natin na to. Sabi ko, hindi ko alam. Pero when I realized na ano nga ba yung mga ginawa ko and how did I correct it? No? Sometimes kasi na-overlook natin yung mga bad things na ginagawa natin sa financial, hindi naman bad. Well, pero yung mga ways na hindi nakakatulong sa atin to have an established finances, no? This is 1 to 10. So I will share with you number 1 is unlearn your financial blueprint. Maybe the reason why your financial situation right now is a mess is because of the things that you've learned or was instilled to you since you were young. Diba? For me, example, I thought the money nung high school ako is meant for spending lang. Kasi yun sabi sa akin mag-ipon daw ako ng 1 year. And then after 1 year, pwede ko na siyang gamitin for spending, diba? So what have you heard about money when you are young, diba? What did you see when you were young? What did you experience when you were young? Bata ka pa lang, paano mo siya ginagamit, diba? Nung nag-high school ka, what is your relationship with money? How do you behave with money? So you have to know these things. So what are the financial behaviors that you have? It makes a great impact on how you manage your money right now. Is it a mess? Then there is something wrong with your programming. Since bata ka pa. This evening, I want you guys to unlearn the financial blueprints you have heard since your childhood that makes your finances a mess right now. Learn a new mindset, a right mindset for creating your own financial blueprint, which should lead you to financial success. If that thing that you are doing right now doesn't lead you to financial success, then there must be something wrong with it. So for you to correct it, you can go and listen to those people who have experiences to that. For example, this webinar, I know this will give you an insight on how to actually do your finances stable na talaga. If not stable, you can actually fail, you can actually learn new things, and it's all right. Diba? Hindi naman tayo perfect lahat when it comes to managing our finances. Our failures will actually lead us to something na beneficial sa atin in the future. Number 2 is know and understand delayed gratification. We are used to instant gratification. Ito na agad. Order tayo sa Shopee, 2 days, 3 days, andyan na agad. Diba? So whether it's about investment, savings, efforts, or goals, it will refrain you from unnecessary debts. Growth takes time. For example, you want to lose weight, then you need effort, discipline, and time to see the results. You cannot see the results of your new lifestyle when it comes to diet in a month. Maybe in the second month, you'll see progress, and on the third month, other people will see that you're actually losing weight. So it takes time. So for us in delayed gratification, somehow ito yung sinasabi natin na, for example, in investing, wala, 100 lang naiipon ko ngayon. But eventually, guys, if you continue to do it consistently, then baka magulat kayo when you are already on your 40s, on your 50s. Ito na pala yung pera na ininvest ko 20 years ago. So yung delayed gratification is something that we can know and understand right now so that our future will be okay with our finances, diba? Hindi tayo mahihirapan. Ngayon pa lang. Kasi ginagawa na natin na maitama already yon. So number 3 is don't buy on impulse. And if something is on sale of 30%, for example, and you bought it out of budget, ano yung bag na yan, 30% sale, pero wala siya sa budget mo, tapos binili mo siya, kasi 30% sale, nakatipid ka ba? Hindi. Kasi you bought it on its price. It's in full price. Unless you are already saving for it, then you bought it at a discount. But if you're not saving for it, then you bought it in a full price. You did not bought it with a 30% discount. Kasi out of budget yan eh. At the same time, guys, huwag kayong mag-online shopping ng alas 3 ng madaling araw. Please lang. Nabubudol na naman tayo dyan. Diba? Kasi ako, ano yun eh, Shopee Bonus. Diba? Si Raven daw, ouch, Katrina. Sabi ko sa inyo, ito naman tayo, diba? So, huwag kayong mag-online shopping kasi parang kinabukasan yan. Ano bang ginawa ko? Bakit ang daming naka-to-receive, diba? Don't buy on impulse. Stay on your budget. No? If you know that it is within your budget, then go. But if you know that there are other priorities that you have to settle, then maybe you have some other time to save up for it, diba? Number 4 is grow your money, invest it. So, ito yung kailangan natin din i-correct sa atin. Kasi somehow, alam natin na importante mag-ipon, alam natin na importante mag-invest, but are you guys actually doing it? It's all in the mind eh. Nasa conception lang natin, oo nga, importante mag-save. But are you really actually doing it? If it's all in the mind, then we lack action, then we can go forward eh. So we have to take advantage of our young age right now. There are still room for improvements, there are still room for failures, because we have a long period of time na we can try to correct this bad habits and develop it into something that would be beneficial for our future. So the best person who will take care of you when you grow old is the young person you are now. So take consideration of these things and correct the things na naghihinder sa'yo para simulan na yung mga bagay na ganito. If we are just saving on the bank, actually the thing that we are saving in the bank, okay yan sa mga emergency funds. Kailangan kasi liquid yan eh, madaling makuha. But about investments, if you're just saving in the bank, how about the bank rates right now? Wala pang 1%. We have 0.625%, 0.25%. Wala pa silang 1%. Buti na lang we have digital banks right now that offers 2.5, 2.6, 4%, or 6% interest na talagang makaka-help sa atin na makapag-ipon lalo and gain from the interest that we have. Those digital banks is under PDIC naman, so we are safe and secure then as well, even though we are not using traditional banking. Number 5 is break the cycle of sandwich generation. So are you guys familiar about sandwich generation? You have idea? So sabi nga natin dito sa caption, the sandwich generation is the caught and the middle generation who have living parents and children. So what we're talking about, break this cycle of sandwich generation, is dapat ikaw, pag naging grandparent ka, do you want to depend on your children? When it comes to your finances, early as now, kailangan established na tayo when it comes to planning for our future. Kasi we want our future children to enjoy their time and pour out their finances to their own families. Bakit? Kasi ikaw established ka na. You have prepared for your future. So you won't need to burden your future kids to your finances. Kasi parang nakikipag-agawan tayo ng pera doon sa magiging apo natin. Na somehow sana yung anak natin, nabibigay nila yung needs ng apo natin, pero they would need to give back to us as well. What I'm talking about giving back is, kumbaga, kasama tayo sa expenses talaga nila. It's not wrong to give back to our parents kasi yun yung ating nature as Filipinos. Very family-oriented tayo, di ba? So what we're talking about here is that it should start from us right now. Na at a young age, na foresee na natin na hindi ako magde-depend sa future children ko, mag-iipon na ako for my retirement, para yung pera ng magiging anak ko, ma-focus niya doon sa mga apo ko. Hindi na ako makikisali doon sa finances niya. Kung gusto niya magbigay sa akin, then it's out of love and out of, kumbaga, gusto niya talaga magbigay, not out of kailangan ko kasi. Diba? So you have to prepare right now. Kasi gusto mo ba na alalahanin ka ng future kids mo? Diba? It's okay din naman. Pero, how do you want your future to be? Be responsible now for your own retirement. Diba? Hindi mo magiging retirement plan yung future kids mo. At the same time, paano mo ba gustong pumatok sa bahay ng anak mo? Mahina lang. Tok, tok, tok. Tapos sasabihin na naman ng idlo mo, andyan na naman nanay mo, andyan na naman yung tatay mo. Alam niyo na yun. Diba? Paano naman kung malakas? Tok, tok, tok. Malakas na katok. Tapos sasabihin mo, asan yung mga apo ko? Lalabas kami, pupunta kami ng Jollibee, pupunta kami ng Enchanted Kingdom. Ano bang gusto nyo pag tumanda kayo? Pinagpapasapasahan or pinag-aagawan, right? So be responsible now for your own retirement and break the cycle of sandwich generation. Number 6, read books. So ako, hindi kasi ako, ano tawag yung sa lagi nagbabasa ng book? Kalimutan ko na. Bookworm. Yan, bookworm. Hindi kasi ako ganon. So sabi ko, nakakapagbasa naman ako ng high school, ng college, but maybe 2 books or 3 books lang. So ngayon, parang gusto ko siyang pinapractice. Kasi it will actually help you when it comes to dealing with other people. For example, ako sabi ko, I was caught in a situation where I need a good judgment with dealing with people. Kasi I don't want to hurt that person. I don't want him to take the things that I want to say negatively. I want him to maging okay lang sa kanya yung masabi ko, not taking it in a bad light, diba? So reading a book will actually help you on how to actually say things, how to do things na will actually help other people. So read personal development books, diba? Be better every day. Alam ko, ang dami yun ng activities na ginagawa when it comes to your accounting subjects, no? But at least practice 10 pages a day. Reading also allows you to learn new things and help you to succeed in your work, in your relationship, and your finances. From books, we have YouTube videos na pwede rin natin panoorin or some articles na pwede natin basahin that will actually help us when it comes to relationship, work, and personal growth. Improve your reading. So number 7 is learn before you earn. So do your research and do not blindly jump into something na hindi mo naiintindihan. For example, ngayon we have access to stocks na, we have access to cryptocurrencies, we have access to actually established business, diba? So if you don't know something and then you just dive into it, then maybe you are prone to failure. But if you learn beforehand and actually have knowledge about it, talagang pinag-aralan mo siya, then there might be the time na you can start earning from that. Kasi if we will be just diving into something that we don't know, then baka masayang lang yung pinuhunan natin dyan, diba? So for example, in investing, it was actually said by those people na nag-i-invest na talaga na do your own research when it comes to investing kasi it is something that you should do personally. It takes time to understand how investment works, pero if you have time na magpag-aralan siya, you will actually help yourselves to lessen your failures or to lessen the wrong things that you might do in the future. So gain knowledge on something you're interested with and then make it as a source of your income. Number 8 is have a risk management tool. Get an insurance. So ito is something na sinasabi natin is parang hindi siya kasi nagiging well-aware yung mga Filipinos, pero ngayon, I'm really happy that mostly talaga ng mga Gen Zs, millennials are becoming aware of this kasi nga we are exposed to social media. We are exposed to things na will actually help us on the importance of a risk management tool such as insurance. So we cannot just dive into something na hindi tayo protected. Diba? We have to secure our future. So it is important that we have a risk management tool. Diba, usually ito rin yung tinatakal sa mga K-dramas. Have you watched Squid Game, then Weightlifting Fairy Kimbokju? Diba? Sa mga Korean dramas, it's actually normal for them to have this kind of things. So in the Philippines, we have to keep up to other countries when it comes to understanding insurance and its value for us, for our family, and for our future. Number 9, practice gratitude. You attract what you focus on. So if you focus on blessings, and then you can keep it coming. When you spend, say thank you. When you receive, say thank you. Stop complaining. Bakit ito na lang naman ako? Ay, ito na naman. Ay, ito lang. Diba? Try not to complain for the next 7 days, guys. And see how are you guys be feeling after that. Be thankful with just whatever happens. Number 10, start now. Declare your motives for having a great financial future. You act on it. Stop wanting to be rich. Do it. Have a rich mindset on your finances. Have a thinking na the things that I will be doing right now should deliver me to financial success, diba? So take your finances seriously, but keep it fun. If you want to start saving, do it. If you want to start reading, investing, take the initiative to do it now. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So here are the 10 ways on how to correct bad financial habits. I hope you are learning, guys. No? So we are ending this discussion and I want you to ask yourself these questions. What would be your financial situation 10 years from now? Considering your money behavior today. Ako, nag-look back ako. How about you? What would be your financial situation 10 years from now? List it down so that di mawawala sa inyo yung thought na yan. You can reflect and assess yourself. Number 2, what would be the financial blueprint that you will pass to your own family in the future for them to follow? Yung matatanda, yun yung sinusundan ng bata. So what are the things, what is the financial blueprint that you will pass on to your future family? Do you also want them to be successful? Does your financial blueprint will lead them to financial success? What are you doing now with your finances? Assess yourself. Number 3, I want you guys to comment your answers with this. When is the best time to plan and prepare for your future? Even now. Right? Now. Alright. Alright, thank you for your answers, guys. So, I know excited na kayo when it comes to your finances, when it comes to managing your finances. That's why I will be giving you guys an opportunity to have a free one-on-one financial planning session with me. Let's have discovery session on how do you want to plan for your future. And just for the first-time students who will message me on Facebook, we'll secure a schedule as soon as possible. I'll be giving a free ebook when it comes to financial planning. So for those ones naman na won't make it to the first 10 students, I will be sending you guys a link that you can fill up so that you can fill it up and then message me so that we can schedule as well. Yan yung link. And I hope you guys are learning, no? So I have this social media platforms and I hope na you can see this and you can follow me on this social media platforms. So where I teach about personal finance. So you can search about me, Andrea Amor. So search me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And at the same time, I'm happy if you learn one thing this afternoon. Share your learnings with me and tag me on Facebook so we can help more people with a simple post. Diba? Use the hashtag AndreaGugulanXTYBUSD so that I can see them and share it with other people as well. So I'm very happy kung meron talaga kayong isa lang na natutunan kasi alam ko with the things that I've shared with you, hindi naman yan lahat magsisink in. So if there is one thing na tumatak sa inyo, I'll be happy na it can help you to plan for your financial future. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you'll be having a great time for the rest of the evening. And thank you so much for having me for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Amor, for that very insightful. I mean, Miss Andrea, sorry po, for that very insightful.
All right. Some people call me Amor.
Ayun po. Actually, gusto ko po mag-fill up din sa G-form kaso kailangan ko po mag-hosting.
You can do it later naman.
So, ayun.
Guys.
Bahala na po yung mauuna sa akin. So, actually, kanina ko pa po sinasabi sa project heads na sobrang galing po ninyo. Ang dami ko po talagang natutunan tonight. Sabi ko sa kanila na, saan na nahanap si Miss? Ang galing. Tapos yun po. Actually, I have a few takeaways din po sa talk ninyo today. Very true po yung part na sinabi niyo po dun sa get insured. Kasi I saw this one post na parang, kasi yung family ko po, we're in the middle class po. So parang yung post na yon, yung mga middle class po, sila po parang they're one illness away from bankruptcy. So parang since then, parang tumatak po talaga sa isip ko yun kasi share ko lang yung dad ko po kasi yung breadwinner namin and then namatay po siya 2 years ago. But we're very glad kasi si daddy po talaga pong nag-invest siya sa mga life insurance. So, ang dami po niyang life insurances for us and may educational plans din po kami. So, very thankful po kami doon. And di
Mm-mm.
naman po kami masyadong nag-aalala na since insured po kami. And
Mm-mm.
then, last takeaway ko po, the things that I am doing now should bring me financial success. Medyo natamaan po talaga ako dun kanina sa sinabi niya na sana hindi na po kami nag-online shop ng 3M kasi budol po talaga.
Don't worry, nagawa ko din eh.
Very prone po talaga ako sa sa Shopee, especially po talaga pag sale. So ayun, with that, it is now time for our question and answer portion for our guest speaker. Our audience members can now ask questions via the G-Forms link sent in the chat box. So ayan, nakikita nyo, sinend po ni Mark. And then we only have 10 minutes for the Q&A, so go ahead and submit your best questions. You can also raise your hand if you want to open your mic to ask a question, and we will call on your name before unmuting your microphone. Thank you. So go guys, send your questions na. Okay, so eto po, may isa tayong question na dumating na.
Alright, kakain ako
Okay lang po. Nando-dog show lang po talaga yung audience natin. Ito po, ang question nila is, if I cannot stop myself from buying online, should I add shopping expenses to my budget?
Yeah, actually, it is allocated for your wants eh. Diba? Kasi sometimes, you'll know if that thing that you will be buying is that for the purpose of wants or for the purpose of needs. You have to know what is the purpose of the thing that you're buying. So the allocation of your money, now for example, mag-spend ka for Shopee, then you can allocate it for your wants specifically. Diba? Tama ba? Nasagot ko ba yung question?
Okay, next question.
Sasagot naman po. So, for the next question, meron po bang gustong mag-on mic dyan to ask? Nahiya po ata silang
Sige, go, keep it up.
mag-ask.
Sige.
Pero meron po uling dumating na new question from our G-Forms. So, the next
Go ahead.
question po is, how should I incorporate my goals into my budgeting?
Incorporating your goals with your budgeting. So, syempre kasi nga when we budget, diba, we have to consider the goals agad na gusto natin. So, yung budgeting kasi is, for me, is the allocation of money. So, kailangan, alam mo yung mga pag-allocatean mo ng money and then include your goals with that. We're not requiring na dapat yung 20% ng income ko for this goal. Dapat yung 10% ko is for my wants. I-incorporate mo siya in a way na alam mo yung money allocation mo. Other than your goals, what are your priorities pa ba? Diba? So we have to be specific talaga when it comes to budgeting na hindi lang natin sasabihin na mag-allocate lang ako for savings. But what is that savings for? You have to name that goal. Sabi nga natin, kailangan smart yung goals natin eh. At the same time, you can always start small. So if you think na yung traveling ko will require me 500,000 to fly me to Paris, then for how long should I be saving for that? Yun yung tinatawag natin na delayed gratification, na it might not be instantly be given to you, but in the long run or in the long time na iniipon mo yan na galing sa 100 pesos mo na savings every week, na-fulfill mo na siya for ganitong period of time. For example, importante na alam mo yung presyo ng goal mo. Medyo magiging na tayo doon, medyo magiging accounting na tayo doon. Kasi, for example, ang target mo 200,000 pesos for travel, for abroad, di ba? And then, ang target mo is 5 years. So, you would need 40,000 a year to save up for that. And then, divide natin sa 12. You will need to save 3,300 a month for 5 years so that you can complete it within the time frame that you allow yourself for that goal. So, medyo magiging accounting ka na talaga dyan kasi yung goals mo na yan, isasali mo yan sa budget, but you must know as well, ano yung time frame mo para dyan, magkano dapat yan, kailangan alam mo.
Okay po, pero may follow-up question din po doon.
Yes po.
Yung follow-up naman po is, what should I do if I overspend my budget?
Ayun. So, kailangan mo na mag-reassess kung saan ka nagiging malakas mag-budget or saan mo na-allocate yung pera na yun. If it is allocated for primarily wants and na-overlook mo na yung dapat na priority mo, For example, you are prioritizing, ano ba yung mga usual na pina-priority natin as students? For example, mga books na we should be buying for our accounting subjects, diba? For references, is that a priority over the thing that you should be buying sa Shopee na upuan? Diba? So, pag nag-overspend tayo sa isang bagay, kaya nga importante na nililista natin yung financial transactions natin. Kasi if we see na doon sa expense na yun, teka, importante ba talaga to? Yung expense ko na to? Should I not include it to my next expense? Kasi ito yung reason bakit ako nag-overspend eh. So, I need to minimize my expenditures to this specific product or material. For example, lagi kang nag-eat out, then it costs 30% of your allowance or your expenses. And then, nakain na nung 30% yung dapat na allocation for your savings for your future. For example, you already have your insurances or you're starting your investment. So, na-overlook mo yung pera na dapat para doon. Kasi nga, yung allocation mo doon sa bagay na ino-overspend mo, hindi naman siya totally na kailangan mo. So, kailangan talaga, meron kang priority. So, you have to know your priorities. You have to distinguish your wants over your needs. So, yun yung importante para ma-refrain natin yung sarili natin for overspending. And if we are overspending on something and talagang hindi natin siya mapigilan, then have a second source of income that would actually fulfill the thing na ino-overspendan mo so that wala kang mafo-forsake. You can be still satisfied with the result of how you budget your money. Kasi meron ka ng second stream of income or third stream of income that will help you with your finances.
For the next question po, any tips or advice for those people who feel pressured to earn money as early as now?
I feel that, kasi when I was in college, I got this mindset na kailangan ngayon, oh my gosh, naalala ko na naman. Ayan, kasi ang hirap kasi, di ba, na as students, parang sabihin natin, ang limited ng pwede natin gawin kasi, student lang ako, what can I do? Ayan, yung mga gustong mag-earn as early as now, there's no problem with that. At least you are aware that you need money, that money or earning money can actually help you when it comes to your finances. What is the purpose of that? Actually, the thing that motivates you to earn money is actually your goals, your dreams. That's why naging aware ka na, kailangan kong mag-earn ng money. Pero student lang ako eh. Wag yung ilang yung pagiging student nyo. Kasi before, online selling is already exposed na. But ngayon, it's much more being appreciated by many. So you can do that. When it comes to being pressured when it comes to earning, alam nyo, my parents, my uncles always tell me, mag-aral ka lang. Mag-aral ka. So don't be pressured. Ako kasi, ang motivation ko, bakit gusto kong mag-earn, is because parang I feel like yung pinagpapaaral sa akin is parang nababurden ako na kasi ako pinag-aaral ako ng uncles ko eh. So, yung burden ko na yun, parang gusto ko na agad kumita. So that I can show them na responsible ako, na I can earn money. Diba? It's not focus on gusto ko lang kumita ng pera, pero may pinaghuhugutan kasi siya eh. So, ano ba yung hugot mo? Bakit gusto mo mag-earn ng pera? And if you think na nakaka-pressure siya, take your time to reassess yourself and know na ano ba yung pwede kong ma-maximize ngayon pa lang na even though I am a student, pwede ko siyang maging part-time na gawin. For example, you are fond of drawing, diba? There are commissioned arts na na-appreciate ng ibang tao. Then you can start there. Diba? I-maximize mo kung ano yung meron ka ngayon na kasi baka, minsan kasi nape-pressure tayo na mag-earn ng pera kasi, for example, you want a business, pero saan ko kukuhain yung business? Dito, yung business na puhunan ko for that. No? So, you have to know what you are good at, leverage that and turn it into your income. If you feel pressured when it comes to earning money, it's normal because we have this motivation na gusto ko nang makabawi, pero I also want to prepare for my future. So, start where you are. So get the things that will actually help you when it comes to earning money. Just start somewhere. Just do it. Tama yung Nike. Just do it. If you're thinking something na will actually help you in earning money, do it. Actually, I have my classmates before na into online selling and I tried it myself. So it motivated me na I can start from somewhere that I can. Hindi ko kailangan ma-stress na wala akong pangpuhunan. One thing na na-appreciate ko nun is, na ngayon, na nalulok ba ko is, okay naman pala, totoo naman pala yung sinasabi ng parents natin na huwag ka masyadong ma-stress when it comes to earning kasi darating naman yung point na mag-earn ka talaga after the time na gusto mo na talagang gawin yung pagbi-business or gusto mong mag-job, as long as na ma-manage mo yung time mo.
Thank you for answering our questions, Miss Andrea. And unfortunately, that is the end of our Q&A session for our first speaker. Thank you to everyone who participated in our Q&A session with our first guest speaker. Those remaining questions that were not asked in our Q&A session, we will forward them to Miss Andrea and we will share to you her answers by sending a GDocs through email. May we be able to apply everything that Miss Andrea imparted to us tonight. Ikaw ba, Ate Ribbon? Sa tingin mo, medyo makokontrol na ngayon yung impulsive buying mo sa online shops?
Feeling ko naman kasi medyo parang nagkaroon na nga ako ng awakening right now sa sa talk ni Miss Andrea. So ayun, hopefully ma-apply ko lahat ng tips ni Miss Andrea tonight. So let us now proceed to the awarding of certificate to Miss Andrea. On behalf of the Thomasian Youth Builders organization, I am pleased and honored to present a certificate of appreciation to Miss Andrea Amor Gugulan for being one of our guest speakers of YOUTHipid Budgeting Tips to Break Bad Financial Habits, given this 20th of May 2022. Let us all give her a virtual warm round of applause by reacting with a clap emoji.
Now, we are kindly requesting Miss Andrea and the project heads to open their cameras with us foods for the photo opportunity. Thank you.
And open your cameras, expose your beautiful faces, guys.
Okay na po ba lahat? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Isa pa po. 1, 2, 3. Waki, last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay na po. Thank you.